They don't know right from left. They're going to make some mistakes, and that's understandable. That's going to come with spring ball and getting enrolled in early and, getting acclimated to college and now, at this level. But it's a process, man. It's a process. I'm excited for the opportunity and look forward. I can't wait to get on the football field and see what we got.
As someone that played at the highest level, what do you make of that part of having to kind of transition and have new players come in the door? And as a coach now, what's your biggest takeaway of trying to build that camaraderie, like you mentioned, or trying to get guys acclimated with each other?
Well, I lived it, so I've been a part of it. Being a freshman and getting acclimated to college football for the first time, and just trying to be more of the uncle to them. I don't really get hard, on them right now because I think they're still in their learning process. It's a learning curve that comes along with it. But, I'm going to be harder on the veteran guys. Even though Jordan Tyson had a lot of success, I'm on his ass every day about doing the little things right and becoming a pro. But he loves that. He wants that. He wants to be coached hard. He wants to get better. And he will get better. He'll be a better leader, a better room, a better football player overall. So I'm excited about the opportunity, but I can empathize for these kids because the anxiety of trying to go out and play, and now all the plays are running together. They don't know right from left, or I thought this, or I thought this. But that's just a part of the whole process of me understanding, having been there. For me, as the older I get, I have a lot more patience, And then, when it gets time to summer ball and get closer to the season, that's when, kind of we'll get into the grit of everything. And hopefully those guys improve and I can help them in their development.
What have you seen from a younger guy like Zachariah Sample, who unfortunately has battled some injuries in year one, but has a lot of potential?
Potential is there. There's no question. It's just a matter of him, one, being available to be on the football field, but also, two, getting into the playbooks, having a better understanding, because when they understand the plays, they play a lot faster. For Zachariah last year, he came in late, was a late freshman, got here after the summertime. It's hard because it's hard to play full speed when you don't know, you're not sure. You can't run a route with conviction if you don't really know the plays like you're supposed to. So this year's a huge opportunity for him. You have a whole year now. You're in the same system. So hopefully he can go out there and do less thinking and more reacting and letting his true abilities come alive. So it's just a learning curve for all these guys, and for Zachariah, the potential is there, the talent's there. It's just a matter of him, how fast he can acclimate to our playbook and have a better understanding so he can go out there and be Zachariah.
In early days, what do you make of Chance and his addition? And obviously there's a bunch of people that are getting in the door, new freshmen, all that kind of stuff, but how he's kind of been able to show
all our rookies, all the freshmen that coming in, learning how to lift weights. We lift weights totally different than high school. They came here. It was kind of funny, but not funny. Day one, we got guys throwing up in the trash can. And that's just, I remember those days. I had never worked out the way I did when I first went to college as I did in high school. So seeing all those guys kind of get acclimated to college football and understanding what it takes at the next level. But I'm excited, man. I'm excited for the opportunity. I can tell you one thing. The class that we just brought in, good dudes, good kids that love football. They want more. They crave, Coach, what can I do? Can you help me with this? I love that. I always want to recruit a kid who wants more. Sometimes you got to hold them back. Whoa, 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 whoa. But, instead of me saying, come on, I need more from you. I need more for you. So I'm excited about all their futures as far as wanting to learn more ball and their growth and their development. So we drafted a pretty good class, man. Some good people, some good kids that loves football. Just because you had a phenomenal year, you still got to work harder each and every day. And I brought up something, I normally don't talk about my career and my path, but I can tell you each and every summer after we won the Super Bowl or lost the Super Bowl or any accolades, the following year at training camp, I had my name on my helmet each and every year. It brought me back to trying to prove myself as a rookie that I had to make the team. And so I showed them a little collage each and every year of my 14 years. I've always had a sticker on my helmet going in training camp to prove myself that I have to do the little things right, the stuff that it took for me to make the team. Now that I was Super Bowl MVP, I still had to approach it the same way. So I'm constantly on Jordan about doing the little things right, putting that name across his helmet. And regardless if I know and the world knows who Jordan Tyson is, I still want to see Jay Tyson across that. And when I got here, you still have to go out and work your ass off to get to where you want to go. So he knows I told him I'm going to be harder on you this year just because of the expectations that I have and that everybody has from you. It's not my job to let you slide and not meet the standards that you've already set coming off last year. So I look for him just being an ultimate pro, being more of a leader on the football field. So for me, Jordan, he always liked to get in the back of the line. I said, now it's time for you to get in the front of the line. I need you to start going first on all the drills and leading by example, and then the rest will follow you. So, sometimes he doesn't want to be that guy in front of the line, but I got to just keep pushing him to that, because he has it in him. And I just the respect from all his teammates, how they view or how they talk about Jordan, I think he's earned that right. So I'm going to push him each and every time to get in the front of the line each and every day. So.
And as far as how he attacked his rehab, has he been doing those little things?
Yeah, listen, Jordan's in this building till like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, taking care of his body, making sure, I think that's key for Jordan is to be able to stay healthy. I can tell you one thing, not playing in that Big 12 championship, not playing in that Texas game, ate him up so bad to the fact that he was devastated. Like, he couldn't be out on that football field. So this year, I think that added fuel to the fire to just making sure that we stay healthy throughout the whole year so we can be serviceable and be available for our team and for him to get out on the football field, because Jordan Tyson, I think, deserves to be on that stage in a Big 12 championship playing in Texas. And he missed out on that opportunity due to injury. So right now, he's full-fledged as far as taking care of his body. He's always up here. He's in the cold tub. He's stretching. He's in the hot tub. He's doing all the things that you look for in a player to do. He's just taking it to another level.
And then with the new guys, what are you looking for them to see in spring, just to start setting the pecking order? And what are you looking to see early?
Well, I just want them to learn the playbook. Yeah, learning the playbook and the signals. That's the first challenge. That's ahead of them now. Because I feel like once you know the playbook, then you're able to play faster. You're able to have conviction by everything that you do. When you're unsure, you're not sure of the playbook, you don't run as fast. You don't do all the things that allowed you the reason why you're here, because now you're doing more thinking and less reacting. So my job is to make sure that they give them every opportunity to learn the playbook so they can pick up. So it's like feeding a baby. You got to spoon feed them. You can't give them too much, because you put 5 gigs into a 1 gig kid, the computer runs a little slow, right? So, you kind of got to give them, you got to spoon feed them and give them what they can take, and then, so slowly build from there. So I can tell you, they've all put in the time. Now it's just a matter of going out on the football field and putting it all together. So hopefully by the end of spring, they get a better sense of it, because the way we do installs, like we do install 1s and 2s now, and then come spring, we're going to start all back over. So by the time they get to fall, it'll be their 3rd or 4th time on the install, and they'll be better acclimated by then. So I can't answer that question just yet. My job is to make sure I get them knowing right and left, making sure getting them lined up right. Because getting lined up is half the battle. If you get lined up knowing where you're going to go, then you're able to run the route and be successful at it. So.
Looking back at last season, how did your strategy change when Jordan Tyson got hurt?
I don't think it really changed the room. I just think it just opened up opportunities for other guys to get more. I mean, it's kind of hard where the way we were using Jordan, we've been moving him around so much to try to get him the ball. And I can understand as a wide receiver, of course, they call us quote-unquote divas. Everybody wants the ball. So when you're moving Jordan around to all these spots, sometimes it sits in, they don't think I'm good enough to play. They don't think that I'm not worthy enough to get in those spots. And it wasn't really the case. We were just trying to move them around because defenses were trying to double Jordan and stuff like that. So when Jordan went down, it was like an opportunity that all these kids asked for. The Xavier Guillory's that, sometimes we're switching X to put JT in the spot. And so for me, understanding that, having played the receiver, I was just always encouraging X. You only can control what you can control, right? Just continue to work at it. Your opportunity's going to come. And, man, in the Big 12 championship, the catch that he made, it culminated. It all came to fruition at the end of the season, kind of being overlooked a little bit because we were moving Jordan around. And sometimes, I get it. I just didn't want guys being jealous of other guys or hating on other guys because they weren't getting opportunity. They weren't getting the love by the media, because X was blocking his butt off every play. Any long run you seen Scat probably came from X and our wide receivers blocking their tails down the field. So for me, it's just trying to keep them engaged, keep them excited, keep them understanding, you may not get your name in the paper because you made a crazy block, but that block is the reason why Scat had a breakaway run. So keeping all the players engaged, and then when you get your opportunity, make the most of it. And I think Xavier, he did that last year. So I just try to keep all the players humble. Like I say, it's not just one guy. Jordan can't win the Big 12 by himself. All the guys have to get the opportunity. And then when Jordan went down, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that didn't give us a chance to win that game because we lost our stud wide receiver. But it wasn't about we lost our stud wide receiver. It was just about now the other guys get their opportunity to showcase what they've done. And from day one since I got here to the final product, it's like two completely different receivers. The confidence that they had in themselves or at the end of the year as opposed to when I first got here, it's like night and day. So to see the success that we had, the play and go toe-to-toe with Texas without our star player, I think just gave, it galvanized our whole team that who's ever out there on the football field, we can get the job done because we're playing together as a unit. So.
And what was your best moment during the 2024 season?
My best moment? Man, I got a picture in my office of us all being Big 12 champions, because I never would have imagined. I mean, when I got here, we were the last ranked team in the Big 12. There was really no expectation, which I loved it. To me, I love proving all the naysayers of people. My whole life has been built on people telling me what I can't do. There's no way you can play in the league. Well, I went to the pros. There's no way you can be, a Pro Bowler. I've been to the Pro Bowl. There's no way you're going to win a Super Bowl. I've done all that. So for me, I fit right in with the wide receiver group and this whole team from last year, going from no one giving us an opportunity to now winning the Big 12. Now my job is to teach them about the experience of how do you repeat another year? How do you keep it going? And so I get excited about that. But my most exciting moment is sitting up there with a collective group of kids that I didn't know right from left. And somehow they trusted in me and we came together. And overall, our unit, the receivers unit, man, we helped put our hand in the pile and we contribute to that Big 12 championship, all year. So I couldn't be any prouder of those guys and what we went through collectively as a group last year. But now is a new year. I got new faces. I got 7 new faces that I got to deal with, and I got to teach them how we do things here at ASU. And once you kind of set the tone and you set the standards are the standards. We don't drop that, and it's not just my standards, but the standards of the JTs out there. This is how we approach practice. This is how we do the little things. This is how we put time into it. This is how we take care of our bodies during the off season, each and every day to allow us to be at our very best the next day.
How do you think, and I apologize if you've answered this, but how do you think Cam's Scadaboo's game will translate from college to?
I don't know. I just know he's a football player. Cam kind of sits in his own group. He's not like all these other running backs and things like that. He's not going to wow you with his speed. He's not going to wow you with his size. But every time you give him a ball, hell, he's picking up yards. It's hard to tackle. Listen, I'm the biggest Scadaboo fan out there because I see a lot of myself in Scat. Kind of jack of all trades, master of none. He did it all for us. I mean, he ran the ball, he caught the ball, He was the emotional leader. He was just a hell of a football player. So I think, from that, and he was a great special teams player. A lot of people don't give him credit. I mean, our starting running back is running down the field, making plays on kickoff and things like that. That's a lot to be said for a guy who could be a superstar, but didn't take it as that. He had confidence in himself. And you have to have confidence in yourself because you got to believe in you when nobody else believes it. You got to believe in yourself. So whoever team ends up drafting Cam, you're going to get one hell of a football player. He's going to play with a chip on his shoulder. I want him to get drafted high, but in a way I want him to get drafted low too because he's going to have a bigger chip on his shoulder to prove everybody wrong. So, but I'm cheering. I'm one of his biggest fans, biggest cheerleaders, man. Scat's going to be a hell of a player.
You mentioned the 7 newcomers. You'll have to rely on some of them.
Yeah.
What led you to the transfer portal additions that you picked up?
Well, you got to mix the room up. You can't have a room full of young guys. I mean, that's kind of tough to do. I just felt like, what we had last year with Jordan Tyson, the way we used him, it's just a matter of surrounding Jordan with some key players that, when we call upon, they're ready to go. I look for, Jaron and Jalen and, guys who have experience in big-time programs and Noble as well. They're coming here and fit right in. Now it's just a matter of getting acclimated to our plays and stuff. So blending some portal guys in with our young class, I think we have a great mix because everybody that we brought here, man, are great workers that loves football and love to compete. So I can't wait to get out there and watch one-on-ones day one and see who got some fight into them. So looking forward to that first day of one-on-ones versus DB.